Brought to you by Pockets of Truth, Inc., which is our 501c3 nonprofit. I'm your host, Janice Strickland, fondly known as Miss Janice. Today, I'm bringing to you our thought for the week. Now, last week, the thought was obedient, but are we willing? Our thought for this week is, but how can we love God and hate them? Let me say it again. How can we love God and hate them? Now, the foundation for this particular uh, topic or this particular thought is found in 1 John 4:20 through 21 in the ESV. And it reads, if anyone says, I love God and hates his brother, he is a liar. For he who does not love his brother whom he has seen cannot love God whom he has not seen. This commandment we have from him. Whoever loves God must also love his brother. Now, right off the bat, you are probably already saying, Miss Janice, I don't hate anybody. And I would say, okay. But let's look a little closer, right? Let's take a look closer. You know, we have a tendency to blow this word hate out of proportion. So allow me to put it back in the context. Hate simply means to feel intense or passionate dislike for someone. Let me say it again. Hate means to feel intense or a passionate dislike for someone. And when we talk about them, we could mean, say, people who are in the other political party. And now we know that church people, born again believers, love their political parties, okay? We've seen great division in the past years over these political parties. But we understand that God is not Republican, or neither is he Democrat. He has his own party, y'all, and it is called the kingdom, all right? And he is not moved, neither is he influenced by either of these world parties. And if we love him, we can't be either, no matter what social media says to us. Now, the them can also consist of people from other races, other cultures, people who don't look like us or believe like us. So the question is, how do we really feel about them? Them people in that other party. Any intense or passionate dislike going on there? But we say we love God, right? Well, maybe we don't hate them, but perhaps in reality, we just don't care. We don't care about them. As long as what's happening to them does not affect our families or us, you know, we might find ourselves going about our everyday lives like the sufferings of others don't even exist. Y'all, as born again believers, we say we love everybody, right? But how can we love someone and not care about them? Let me say it again. How can we love someone and not care about them? Y'all, love is not just a adjective describing a feeling. It's a verb demanding an active response. Remember now, God is not just looking at what we are saying with our lips. He's looking at what we're saying with our actions. What our feelings are saying in our hearts. Those are the things that God is looking at. Those things that only us and God can see. Because remember last week we were talking about man looks at the outward appearance, but God looks at the heart. Now, for those of you who, for whatever reason, might feel that it's okay to hate them and still believe that they love God, well, I just want you to understand that there are consequences. There are huge consequences to that. Because God says they are a liar. And in Revelation 21:8, this is what it says about liars. It says, but the fearful and unbelieving and abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and adulterers and all liars shall have their part in the lake of fire which burns, the lake of fire which burns with fire. Let me say it again. I want to make sure I say it right. Should have their part in the lake which burns with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. So y'all, we cannot afford to be deceived. God does not lie. Now the bottom line is, God still has two requirements for us as his children. And the first one is Mark 12, that's 30, verse 30 through 31. That's Mark 12, verses 30 and 31 in the ESV. And it says, and you shall love the Lord your God with all of your heart, and with all of your soul, and with all of your mind, and with all of your strength. The second is this, ye shall love your neighbor as yourself. There is no other commandment greater than these. Y'all, it is crucial that we as born again believers love. Because John 13:34 and 35 says, in the ESV it says, a new commandment I give unto you, that you love one another just as I have loved you. You also are to love one another. For by this all people, meaning the world, unsaved people, y'all, will know that we are his disciples if we have love one for another. Y'all, if we do not love, then there is no difference between us and the world. So, as you walk out your week this week, take some time to check yourself. And I'm going to give you a couple of questions to help you with that check. And the first question is, has it become easy for me not to care? Let me say it again. Ask yourself the question, has it become easy for me not to care? And the second question is, have I become numb to the pain of others? Let me say it one more time. Have I become numb to the pain of others? So remember, the thought for this week is, how can we love God and hate them? Think about it. Have a great week now. Bye now.